Hello, fine people. It's a brand new week, and we are going to be taking a look at the market for the week of February 7 to 11, 2022. So what are you doing in the market? Do you have trades ongoing for you already? Would you like to let us know what you're trading, what you're looking at in the market? By the way, the chat box is down there for you. Go there, let me know what your opinion is on the market for this week, or what you intend to do, or what you already have doing in the market. I'm going to go share the screen, and we will look into the market and see whether we would have some interesting good trade for the week to trade. We're also going to take a look at the economic calendar. Let's see if there are some high impact news that are going to come out this week under the fundamentals, because you don't just focus on the chart. We do our chart analysis, but we also want to have an idea: why is the market pushing up? Why is the market pushing down? What's moving the economy? We see all of this in the fundamentals. So let's go take a look at the market. By the way, if you have not subscribed to this channel, you want to go ahead and do that right now. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. There are a lot of new freebies that I'm going to be sharing right here on this chart. And if you're looking to trade professionally, you've been trading, you've been failing in the market, remember the MS Africa Academy is always there for you. Take up a training package that will take you from basic through intermediate and advanced level and learn how to trade professionally. So let's go. Let me share with you what the market is doing this week. Let's go see what's happening in the market and see whether we can have some good trades to take for this week. I'm going to be starting by taking a look at the economic calendar. By the way, I like using the xm.com economic calendar. That's a very good broker where you can have opportunity to a lot of trading tools for you to trade well professionally and profitably. So xm.com, there's a link below the video here on YouTube where you can log in, see different tools and all of that, and you can also register your live account if you have not done so. And if it's just demo you want to register, you can as well do that. Okay, so go to that link right down below the video where I have register your live account, and you can come to the XM side from there. Okay, so from the site under research and education, we have so many trading tools that you can take advantage of. But let's go look at the economic calendar first. And under the economic calendar, I want to see what's happening in the market for this week. And that is why I am here. So let's go take a look. I'm going to filter this so that we have the ones with the higher level of importance first. So you scroll down and sorry, did I click filter yet? Filter. Okay, I need to filter that. So I click filter and I scroll down. Okay, so yeah. And I have the one with one bull is the lower level of importance, 2 bulls, medium impact. 3 bulls is the one with a higher impact in the market. But I want to check, let's check the one with a high impact first for the market. So we have for this week on Monday, which is today, we are expecting something on Aussie Dollar retail sales MOM. Okay, that's done already. We're not expecting anymore. That's done already, and that usually have some impact on the market, but you would see that it has negative. It is negative. The forecast and the actual and the forecast is the same. It is not negative, it's the same. So it meets expectation. It's not beyond expectation. It is not below expectation. And usually that doesn't make much impact on the market. Expectation would have been reflecting on the market a few days before that news. So now that it meets expectation, there may not be so much difference in what's happening in the market. So let's move on. Later in the week on Tuesday, we're expecting, later today, we're expecting ECB president's speech for Euro, and that usually would have impact on the market. It could be dovish. So let's listen to the news. Let's see what happens afterwards, and that will have some level of impact on the market. By the way, this is GMT time. So GMT time, 3:45 p.m. That's 4:45 p.m. Nigerian time. And depending on where you are, you're watching this from, just know that that time you're seeing here, this 3:45 is GMT time. So add or deduct to know what your own time, what is going to be in your own time. So for tomorrow, we have high impact news, the RBNZ governor speech. Okay. Then there is BCB meetings. There is also short-term energy outlook. All of this usually have impact on the market as well. Let's look on Wednesday. We are expecting USD crude oil inventory. Okay. And which other one? I'm focusing on the major currencies anyway. And then we have USD on Thursday. We have USD and British pound. Core CPI will usually have impact on the market. That's for USD. So that Thursday is a day we want to pay attention to in the market. And BOE governor speech for British pound on Thursday as well. And then on Friday, we have a lot of news on British pound that will also have high impact news. So let's keep our eyes open on that same Friday. We're also going to have Federal Monetary Policy report for US dollar. So let's keep our eyes open. There are a lot of news in the market. Let's go take a look at the market now and see what's happening. I'm starting from DXY, which is dollar currency index. I'm trying to see what's happening with dollar, and that gives me an opportunity to have an idea of what's likely going to happen in the future. If you look at this point, sometimes in the past, we have this double bottom down here when it touched the support there, and then it broke above our 50 moving average, and since then it's been pushing to the upside. However, last week we have a big bearish candle, but that candle has still not really changed much of what is happening in the market. I think it is likely going to continue, especially because we're expecting increase in the interest rate from the US later, and maybe that's likely going to make the US dollar continue to push to the upside. You would notice that the US dollar it's bullish. It's been bullish for some time. Last week, though, pushed to the downside, but my bias on the USD is still bullish. And if that is going to be bullish, that is going to have impact on all the other currencies that we want to trade in the market. So let's go take a look at some of the other major currencies with USD, major currency pairs with USD in them. And let's see what impacts the strength of weakness of USD is going to have on them. Let's see the Gbp USD. Well, this looks really bearish to me. Yes, the trend was bullish. The trend was bullish, but as I'm seeing it on the weekly right now, I'm seeing something like this. A push to the downside, a retracement, correction, that's correction and then continuation. And the last candle closed but you would see that the candle with a wick above it. So I'm expecting continuation to the downside for this week, likely toward this area. That's what I'm expecting for this week. So I currently have a sell that I took this morning for Gbp USD. Yes, Gbp British pound is a bit strong. It's a bit strong compared to euro for some time. But in the short term, I'm expecting this to still go bearish. If anything happens to dollar and dollar becomes weak, then we can begin to see a push to the upside. So because of that, I would want to take my profit somewhere. No, I think I will first go somewhere here. This last low here, I think it's likely going to go there. Then it can begin to go up from there, or it can push lower and begin to go up. But if it push lower and closes below here, then I would expect this to continue its way down. So that's what I'm seeing in the main term for the market. I think at least it is likely going to get to this push. But by the way, this is weekly time frame. So if it's going to get to, let's see, if it's going to get towards this side, this area, that is 1.3378. That's some 120 pips, 130 pips from where it is right now. And that's still a good one. You can still make some good trade for yourself. It could also go as well lower. So I'm paying attention to this area. So if it gets beyond this place, I would expect it to go lower to this place. And if it's going to get here, that's some 170, 180 pips from where it is right now. So let's pay attention, keep our eyes open. If it, however, pushes to the upside and go close below, above my 50 moving average, and especially above the wick of that last candle, then I will change my idea and I will begin to be going bullish on there. And then I would expect to see a fulfillment of this inverted head and shoulders. Okay. Then I would expect this to be fulfilled. So if I see it, this pushing up, going higher than this area, then I'm going to go bullish. But as it is, I am bearish in the short term, and I'm expecting it to continue its way down. So that's what I see with British Pound USD. Let's go take a look at Euro USD. I think I'm bearish on that as well. Euro USD, what's happening with that? Okay, last week candle close really massively bullish, but then I am still, the whole trend is still bearish, and so that isn't giving me a confirmation to jump in and do a buy right now. But I think it may continue and begin to go bullish later. But in the short term, I am bearish on this. I'm expecting this to go down, perhaps go into the mid of this range, this range we have here. It could go to the midpoint of that range, or it could continue its way down. All right, so let's see where this goes. This could just be some couple of retracement. We can just see maybe some correction down and begin to see this. So if that happens, I'll take my profit anytime soon. Currently, I'm in a sell and I have my expected profit down here, but I also feel it may not get there. So I'm going to continue monitoring that, and whatever it gets to, once it pushes lower than where it is right now, I'm going to manage my trade. My stop loss is somewhere above the high, and you will notice that we have double top there. Let's go look at it on the daily time frame. You will notice why we have this double top here. So that kind of gives me a reason to continue bearish. And then looking at Euro GBP, British pound is a bit stronger than Euro in the recent time, though Euro pushed up last week. So let's see what this goes. But my bias on this is bearish. Let's take a look at Aussie Dollar USD. Aussie Dollar USD, my bias remains bearish as well. I did a buy with this one, a sell with this last week or 2 weeks ago. It took me out after I managed my position, but I'm expecting a continuation to the downside. Yes, it pushed up right now. It is still looking like it is continuing to push up. But then if you look at this weekly time frame, I'm seeing this head and shoulders pattern. Okay, and that got broken at some point to the downside. It pushed again and it's continuing. So I'm expecting a continuation to the downside for this. My bias on Aussie Dollar USD is also bearish. Okay. Which other one do we want to look with USD before we move on to other pairs? Let's take a look at USD Yen. USD Yen, interesting. It's pushed out outside of the range we have there, pushed up, retraced down, up again. Now it looks like it is continuing. It's beginning to come down. Yes, the trend has been bullish. So for me, I would look at this area. Okay, I would like to see a close above that resistance there for me to make a decision to the upside. Right now, I think this is likely going to push down a little bit more, even if it's going to continue up. Okay, so that may continue up, but then you see that this was touched like 3 times, so it forms like triple top there. That's why I'm expecting to see a push to the downside. But then if I see a change and this breaks above that resistance around the 115.59, then I'm going to look to go bullish. But right now, I see this pushing to the downside. Okay, so my bias on this in the short term, I would call it short term, is bearish. So I also feel that this range, it could come to the bottom of this range here and then maybe push up again. So that's what I'm seeing. I would rather prefer to go bearish on this if I'm going to do a trade on this. USD Canadian dollar, I'm bullish on this, and I am still leaving that trade. This push to the upside, it got broken back to the downside. And then 2 weeks ago, we saw the candle, the bullish push to the upside. The last week candle, yes, it's more like an indecision candle, but you would see that it looks like the buyers took over at some point and then pushed the price back up toward this area. That's why we have a long wick below the candle. So this week, I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. Yes, there may be a level of correction. We can see some level of correction to the downside a little bit, and then continuation to the upside. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I feel. That's how I feel this is going to play out. Yes, remember, nobody can control the direction of the market. It can change at any time, and we begin to see another thing in the market. So this is what I'm seeing for now. I'm expecting a little bit of correction and then continuation to the upside for USD Canadian dollar. Yes, Canadian dollar isn't so weak itself, especially because of oil. Oil has been really bullish, and because of that, Canadian dollar may also pick up and begin to be bullish. But aside from the price of oil, I really have not seen anything moving Canadian dollar so much in the recent time. So my bias remains bullish on this one. USD Swiss franc, let's take a look at that as well. Okay, this one also, we see this more like an inverted head and shoulders pattern, and we have this inside of a range right now. This remains inside of this range. Sorry. So this remains inside of this range. I see this pushing down a little more than continuation to the upside. And I'm expecting a break of this resistance. So if that resistance gets broken, I'm going to look to do a buy. But right now, it is still pushing to the downside, which I feel is not going to go lower than this 50 moving average. And then it's going to push up again and begin to go up. Let's see some other currency pairs. Let's see British pound pairs. Let's take a look at British pound Canadian dollar. Weekly time frame. Let me remove all of this. I have all this on the chart while I teach people about the different currency, different strategies that we trade in the market. Okay, so we see this more like a range on the weekly time frame. It's more like in a range on the weekly time frame. However, in the recent time, I like this candle because it usually would indicates a change in direction or a push to the upside in this case for me. And I see the last week candle close past my 50 moving average. This week it has come down already toward the 50 moving average, which is serving like an area for me. Initially a resistance, now a support. You see? So I think there's going to be a correction toward that support and then continuation to the upside. So for this, I remain bullish on this. I would like to look for a buy on this until I see a change and push to the downside. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. But if this closes lower than where it is right now, even if it doesn't close, if the daily candle today, if it closes, somewhere lower around the 1.70, 1.707 or 1.708, then I'm going to start looking to sell. Okay. Then let's see the British pound Aussie dollar. The British pound Aussie dollar also looks bullish. You see the trend has been up. We've been seeing a couple of higher highs. Let's see. Yes, this looks a little bit higher than this. So this is pushing down right now. And I also see more like an inverted head and shoulders here, which got broken at this time and pushed the upside. Now this looks more like correction, and then we're expecting continuation to the upside. So my bias for British pound Aussie dollar is also bullish. For British pound yen, in the short term, it is bearish, but the whole trend remains bullish. So in the short term, if I'm going to do a trade, in the short term, I'll look to sell maybe short to this area and then turn and begin to go up again. I think this is going to continue its way up, but currently it is pushing to the downside, and that's what I see. Let's see Euro Aussie dollar. This, it's more like been in a consolidation for quite some time. However, currently it is above my 50 moving average. It is also closing, pointing up above the neckline of that inverted head and shoulders. Not a very smooth head and shoulders, but you see. So I think if this plays out, if there's a break towards this area, then I'm going to go to look. I'm going to look to go bullish. So currently it is retracing. I think this is going to push down a little more, then push to the upside. That's what I'm expecting. I want to do a buy on this rather than a sell, but it's currently pushing down. So I'll wait later in the week, maybe tomorrow, or when I see how the candle closes today. Tomorrow or next, I may see an entry to the upside, but my bias on this remains bullish. So let's go see other ones. If there are any instrument that I am not checking and you like to see, I would check them for you as well. You can put that in the comment section. Say hello, click like on the video. Remember, if you're enjoying this, please be sure to click like on the video and tell me what instruments you would like to see me analyzing going forward. Okay, so this is also looking like an inverted head and shoulders. This pushed to the downside, but the momentum isn't as strong as what we saw when it was going to the upside. And then when it pushed below that my 50 moving average, I see this inverted head and shoulder pattern form. Let me show you so that you see what I am talking about. See, this got formed, and last week candle closes bullish. This week is pushing down, but I'm expecting something like this. That's my bias. I'm going to look to go bullish on this. If there's any change in that direction it is going now, which I think it's correction. Euro Yen, let's take a look at that. Euro Yen last week was really bullish. It was bullish. The trend has been up. Last week candle was a massive engulfing bullish candle. And this week it is pushing down, but I see that as correction. I'm expecting this to continue to way up anytime soon. I'm expecting that to continue to way up anytime soon. So my bias is bullish. I want to see a break to the upside. Let's see. Let me put a trend line there and see when it breaks above the trend line so that we can look to go bullish on that. Okay, so if it comes back and closes above here, I'll look to buy. Or if it goes down and turns anywhere around here, then I'll start looking to go bullish as well again. So if it goes down here and pushes to the upside, I'll go bullish on this. I want to see it down, a push like this. I want to see something like this. Correction, continuation. Interesting. Euro Canadian dollar also pushed really bullish to the upside, currently pushing down again. The whole trend is still down, by the way. So yes, I've loved to go bullish on this, but I wouldn't want to jump in right now. I would rather look for a sell opportunity on this because of the way the trend has been playing out. So right now, I'm still bearish on this until I see a close above my 50 moving average. I'm still all bearish on this. Aussie Dollar Yen, what are we seeing on Aussie Dollar Yen? We see this looks like we have uptrend, 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 then we have this 5 ways correction to the downside. So I'm expecting a push to the downside. I'm expecting a continuation to the downside on this for Aussie Dollar Yen. What else? Let's go look at gold. Let's go take a look at gold. And we'll take a look at oil as well. Okay, so gold, I have this area that I have been looking at, like a correction. like a triangle, sorry. So I want to see a break, whether to the upside or to the downside of this triangle. My bias was to the downside, like 2 weeks ago, I did some sell, it pushed down, and last week candle correct back up. So I'm expecting this correction and continuation to the downside. If this gets broken, I will increase my down push expectation. Okay, but that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm expecting. Correction to the upside and continuation to the downside. That's what I'm expecting until I see a change in what is happening in the market. Then let's go see oil. Oil has been so bullish for some times now. It's been quite bullish. Let me make the screen clean so that I can explain better. You see, oil has been really bullish. I entered at some point around the 71 or so, and I bought it up to the 83. I think around the 83, but then it got higher than that. I'm expecting to see a little bit of correction this week and then continuation later. My goal is that my expectation is that this is going to go past 100, 106, 113, thereabout. But currently, if it's correcting, I want to see correction a little bit to the downside and then continuation again. So that's how much I'm going to be able to check in the market for this week. If you have any questions based on what you have seen so far, if you have any question based on what you have seen so far, remember to go to the chat box, the comment box, place a comment there, ask me questions. And also below this video, I have link to my Telegram channel, to my Facebook group. Be sure to follow this group, the channel. Let's communicate together, see what other things I do. By the way, I'm also a professional trader and trading instructor with XM Broker. So I come up live regularly there. Be sure to follow my session. I'm going to try to share on my page here a schedule that shows what time I come up live on XM Live. XM Broker has live education platform where different experts from around the world comes up live regularly to teach you to trade the market right. And if you're looking to take up a training package that covers from basic through advanced level, I would recommend the Forex Varsity. The Forex Varsity is going to help you begin to trade the market professionally. So if you already trade the market, but you have friends who may be looking to do trading right, please introduce them to the Hermes Africa Academy by OluGbemi, your one and only OluGbemi here. So please introduce them. I look forward to hearing from you. I also have a book. I don't have it close by. Let me see. Sorry about that. So I wanted to show you this book. If you have not got your copy of the Ultimate Forex Trading Book Blueprint, it's a hardcover book, you see, hardcover book. You want to get a copy. If you also want the ebook, if you don't stay in Nigeria, you can get either the ebook or the paperback from Amazon. You can get it from Amazon.com. You can get it from Kobo Store Books for the ebook. Okay, and if you want the hardcover like this, you can just go to the link below and see how to learn more about the book, see what it covers. It covers everything about trading. It's a complete trading book. It's going to really help you to turn your trading business around for the better. Okay, good to have you all. Please enjoy the rest of your week. And this week, I'm going to come up again and I'm going to share with you a lot of trading tips. So remember, again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, you want to do so right away. Take care and have a beautiful day ahead.